When Finance Minister Winston Jordan read the 2017 budget in the National Assembly on November 20, 2016, he stated that the imposition of an environmental levy of $10 per unit on the importers and local manufacturers of products using non-returnable metal, plastic or glass containers of any alcoholic or non-alcoholic beverage will take effect.
The new environmental levy with penalties will be implemented by amending the Customs Act, Chapter 8201, to include a section to impose this levy, and will apply across the board on both imports and locally manufactured products, thus ensuring that Guyana complies with the provisions of Article 90 of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas.
Speaking exclusively to HGP Nightly News, Opposition Leader Bar Jagdeo said that there was an environmental levy in the past and it was applicable to foreign companies that sent items into Guyana. That levy was subsequently challenged by a number of companies at the CCJ.
We went to the Parliament to amend the legislation after fighting it off for about 10 years. APNU voted against the amendment. The CCJ had indicated at that time that they would not have proceeded with a judgment against Guyana if we had that amendment, and APNU refused to support it. As a result of which, they exposed the country to nearly $2 billion of liabilities.
Jagdeo continues to argue that the government didn't have to pay that money.
But they paid it out to Rhodesia, and they blamed us, although they did not support the amendment that could have avoided this. Then lo and behold, they reintroduced the environmental levy, but this time made it applicable to all the companies. So domestic companies like Banks DIH and DDL would also be subject to this levy.
The opposition leader said when the PPP was in government, it argued that it was not a tax because if the importers had shipped the bottle out of the country, they would have received a refund.
In this case, it's a tax. So once the bottles come in, and everyone has to pay this. So I suspect this will push the price of beverages up.
The opposition leader is putting forward the case that the government will collect a substantial amount of revenue also. On the other hand, the finance minister announced that a one-off tax holiday of 2 years is being granted for companies involved exclusively in investments in and construction of waste disposal facilities, with particular reference to recycling facilities for plastic items. Handel Duncan, HGP Nightly News.